Hello and welcome to the Hugh Hatrick channel and to this week's daily race guide for the multiplayer races on GT7. Now, on race A, we are at Brands Hatch in a specified car. But what, you ask, is that car? Well, let's see. It is actually the racing kart, the 125 shifter, which is a lot of fun. The fuel is 1, the tyres are 1, so you don't have to worry about that. But get ready for a very skittish and exciting race, because this is going to prove to be, I think, a lot of fun. A real race A from the past, almost, coming back to haunt us. But it's a great race. Let's show you a lap. Now, Hall 01 from New Zealand was the fastest time with a replay available. So let's watch and see how he does it. He's coming into the first corner. He's just really backing off as he hits that just before the number 1 sign. Coming under the bridge here. And again, just using engine braking there. A little bit of brakes, but not much. Into 5th gear. Again, engine braking. Staying in 5th all the way. See, I was in 4th there to do a really good time. And then as fast as he can, 6th gear, flat out. Keeping as straight a line as he can. Not hitting the apex so much because in the car, of course, it's more tricky. Staying in 4th gear as he goes out there. And now it's flat out to the finish, keeping as near to the right-hand side as possible. This lap happened so quickly. It's over in a flash, a 48.1, which is something else. It's going to be fast and furious, and we'll probably have to slow that replay down to have a better chance of seeing exactly what's happening. So race A in the Racing Kart 125 shifter is going to be a very exciting and kind of crazy race. There's no DR updates, but there are SR updates, so watch out for that one. Let's get into race B. Now, race B is Group 4 at Deep Forest Raceway, but this time it's in reverse. Now, the BOP is mid-speed, so that means you can do suspension, which is partial, a differential as well, and also the brake balance. And it's on the racing medium tyre. There's going to be 16 cars in the race. DR and SR are affected. Mechanical damage is on light. Let's get to a lap to see how to do a good time. Right, here we are on a lap with Pentaco, who was the fastest replay available, I think, from Japan. Let's see how he does his lap. Now we'll go on to the bumper cam there, and he's coming into the first corner, which of course is the long uphill right-hander, which is very, very quick, flat out, using all the road. And then over to the right, bringing it over to the left, nice and easy, changing into 5th gear. He's using the Mazda Group 4, which has always been very good. A nice line through there to get on the power, and using a good bit of curb and even a bit of the green there just to get a good exit. And now we're coming through the tunnel. It's flat out all the way. Now, of course, we were in the Group 2s here last week, and look how close he is to the wall, keeping as straight as line as possible. A lovely line coming through the tunnel again, and then into the tight right-hander. He's right onto the curb, using as much as he can. A lovely line to accelerate nice and easily, keeping it in 3rd gear, and then hitting that right apex as he comes up the hill. Watch for understeer, and then straight lining it as we come into the tunnel again, slowing right down into 2nd gear. It's a long left-hander, and then up into 3rd, and then down into 2nd again for the tight left-hander, hitting the apexes, cutting across the curb, and a good bit of the black curbs as well, and then keeping as much power on as possible, but watch out for the understeer. And he's right over on the left hand side for the curb to hit the right apex for the last corner, and out he goes, and accelerating hard out to the line. What will the time be? It's a very good lap, a 1:31.149, which is very, very quick. And of course he's using the OP car, which is the Mazda 3. It's going to be interesting. There are going to be setups ready for you, I'm sure, on plenty of the Discords. There'll be setups and a guide to how that does. Of course, people like Tidgney do much faster race guides than me, but at least it gives you an idea of what the races are like. Let's get on to race C and see what it's like. Here we are at race C. Now, this time we are at the Nürburgring GP with the fuel on 3 and the tyres on 6. So it looks like there might be a little bit of fuel saving, and you'll have to watch your tyres as well. it's 10 laps of this track. The BOP is mid-speed. You can use a garage car. Again, the suspension, there's differential and there's brake balance adjustments that you can make. So it's going to be, you'll need to get an idea as to what settings to use, but I'm sure they'll be available on all the main Discords. Now, DR and SR are affected, but let's get to a good lap to show you how to do it. Breezy Wind was one of the fastest times out there, so I thought we'll use his replay to see how he gets on and how he does it. So we're coming down the hill into the first corner, and he's braking just before the 100-metre board to get right down into first gear. And he is also in the Aston Martin V12. And changes into second, let the car roll through, and then up into third, and using all the curve and a bit more, and then down into second again, into first, and keeping a nice bit of the curve there, and then coming over to the right to hit the next apex, and using all the exit there as much as possible. Gets a 35.3 down into third gear, letting the car run through, and then into second gear, and back up into third, and accelerating again using all the curves. Here you can use quite a lot of the curving. It doesn't, track limits are always a bit crazy around here. And then into the hairpin, and he comes down. He's not having to hang on to that apex at the start, and then just touches it at the end and accelerates out. It's a 101.2. And then over to the right-hander as we go through the Schumacher S's. He hits the curves nicely. I don't know if the Aston is maybe the best handling car here. That the Genesis is still pretty strong. And hits that apex nicely on the left. Over to the left again to go around to the right-hander to come down the back straight. And this is the final timing point there, 24.4. And then down through the right-hander. It's flat out all the way. But where is he going to brake for the chicane? It's going to be just on the 100 board, into second gear, into first gear, and he goes straight through, takes a little board with him. So obviously that is an okay. You will have to watch the first chicane, the first corner at the chicane, but the second one you can pretty much straight line. Now back onto the start finish straight, and that is a 1:53.856, which is a very quick time indeed. So there you have it. The 3 races, very varied. Nice to see the go-karts being used in race A, and Group 4 in race B seems like quite a fun race as well. It's going to be about perfecting these laps though, because these are they're tricky tracks. They're not easy to do, and a lot of time will be gained if you can get a really good smooth line and keep those, use all the track limits that you can, and get a good lap time. But thanks very much for watching, and very big thanks to all our new and existing subscribers. We've had over 2,500 in the last week, which is really incredible. So a warm welcome to you all, and let me know what you think in the comments of the video, and I'll see you very soon with another track guide. So drive fast, but drive your bus even faster. Bye just now.